What's up, everyone? Welcome to Among the Fence, my YouTube channel where I do music reviews. My name is Aaron, and it is time for New Music Friday, where I give my thoughts and opinions on some of the upcoming releases coming out throughout the week of September 16th. And as always, if I overlook something, because there's a lot of stuff coming out this week, please leave a comment below letting me know what it is. And while you're down there, also let me know what you want me to review next. And if you leave a request, you don't want to miss out on it, or you just happen to like what you see here and you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming videos, please don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon. That way you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. First up is The Devil Wear Prada's new album titled Color Decay. I am very much excited about this album. I think it's got a lot of potential. For me, I feel like they need to redeem themselves from their last album, The Act. That was a very polarizing album. A lot of people loved it, and a lot of people didn't really like it, and I was part of the group that didn't really like it. However, they did drop the new EP Z2, which is the sequel to their Zombie EP from 2010, and I feel like that kind of put them on course to make good music again. As you can tell, I wasn't really that big of a fan of The Act, and I just feel like this band just has so much more potential, and the singles for this upcoming album are kind of hit or miss, but I'm not typically the kind of person who really enjoys singles all that much, unless if it's an absolute killer. But in terms of like the full album, I try to kind of ignore singles just for that reason. I know myself, I know that singles don't really get me too excited for new stuff. I get excited about the fact that they're writing new music, but not so much about the songs themselves. So I just kind of ignore them until the full album comes out. Then I try and listen to it in its entirety. So yeah, even though I wasn't too excited about the singles in terms of just how they sounded, I still believe that this album has a lot of potential. I feel like they could definitely kill it, given the changes that they were trying to make on The Act that didn't really work, and some of the changes that did work. I feel like they're going to fine-tune it a lot more on this album. Electric Callboy, formerly known as Eskimo Callboy, is coming out with a new album titled TEKKNO. I gotta admit, I kind of keep forgetting about this album since they changed names. I don't know, I just, for some reason, I just know Eskimo Callboy so well in my head, so whenever I see Electric Callboy, I just kind of pass over the name. I think it's just going to take some getting used to. However, the name change works really well with their genre kind of switch up with having a little bit more electrical influences thrown in there. The singles on this album have left me feeling a little bit more curious more than anything, just exactly what this entire album is going to sound like. And the same kind of thing applies for this album. For me, the singles were just kind of, I don't know, I listened to them, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But I feel like an entire album setting, I'm pretty excited to hear how they're going to implement this on a full-length album. Yeah, I think this one is going to be really good, as long as you're open-minded in terms of music and just bands change. A lot of people are going to be like, no, this sucks, they need to go back to their old style. But I feel like the way they're implementing the more electrical and synth stuff, I think they're doing it well. I think that this album will be a solid progression towards the new sound and the new era that this band is going to be in. Behemoth is coming out with a new album. I'm not really sure how to say the name of it. I'm going to say it's Opvs Contra Natvram. I think, I don't know, I'm going to put the name of it somewhere right around here in this section. Even though I'm not really a fan of Behemoth, I'd be absolutely crazy if I didn't say that they're absolutely killing it right now with these singles. They sound so freaking good. And I know this band has a lot of controversy, being satanic and promoting murder, and they've been banned from playing in different places because of this, and they do a lot of questionable things that a lot of people don't really like that much. But I feel like it's more controversy, and it kind of helps them become more popular by being extreme in this sense. So I don't know, I haven't looked into the lyrics, so I'm not really sure how I feel about the lyrical content on this, but the overall sound is just fantastic. It sounds so freaking good, and I feel like this could be one of the best albums the band has released. And I'm not really sure what kind of genre they're playing. It seems a little bit more death metal. I know they tend to use the blackened death metal kind of subgenre a little bit more often than not, but this just feels like straight up death metal to me, and I'm loving it. And we actually get an EP section today in New Music Friday. For the Likes of You is releasing a new EP titled Pain Perspective. This is a fairly unknown band. In 2017, I went to go see Jared Dines' old band titled Rest Repose. And his friend Austin Dickey had a band for the Likes of You, and they were one of the openers. And holy hell, they were freaking amazing. They were so good, so much passion. Austin is a fantastic performer, a really good vocalist. He's all over the stage, and I absolutely fell in love with the energy they brought and just their sound. They were so good, and I went home and listened to all their stuff, and I feel like he completely stole the show. So ever since then, I look forward to everything that they do. I highly suggest checking them out. They're kind of like a mixture between, I don't know, I want to say deathcore, but they have more heavy, like metal, heavy breakdown kind of moments to them. But yeah, they sound great. Definitely check them out, especially since I don't think they have any albums out. I believe it's just mostly EPs. I could be wrong on that. And yeah, they could definitely use some support so that way they can pump out more of this music. New Music Friday is never complete without Lorna Shore, for they are coming out with a new album titled Pain Remains Part 1, Dancing Like Flames. I have been avoiding every one of the singles that they've been releasing. That way I can listen to them in their entirety, in the full album, like I feel like Lorna Shore albums are meant to be listened to. And I got my fingers crossed to hear something new from this band. Like, I don't know, I feel like because of their success with their last EP, sometimes bands like this that haven't really blown up all that much can kind of fall into a rut of trying to mimic that success by doing the same thing over and over again, being super symphonic and just kind of rinse and repeat, which is a lot. I mean, fans will totally love that. But for me, I like to hear new, fresh stuff. Even if it's in the same kind of realm of what they were doing, I just like to hear different themes and music used in different ways. And I feel like they're going to do it. I feel like that this album is going to be album of the year for a lot of people. And even, it's really hard for me not to listen to singles, but I feel like this one, it's going to be killer. I don't know. I feel like everything that they're going to keep putting out is just going to be better and better than the last. Sleeping with Sirens is coming out, the new single titled Complete Collapse. I gotta admit, I'm not really a fan of this band. I never really understood the hype around them. They've just, I don't know, they've just kind of been there. I'm not really a fan of anything that they do. Musically, they're just kind of generic. Even the vocal performance, I'm not a fan of, which is weird because I really like Coheed and Cambria, if you couldn't tell by the name of my channel. And they have the same kind of vocal thing going on. But for some reason, Sleeping with Sirens just, I don't know, they just never hit quite there for me. Their older stuff is definitely better, but I mean, if you're gonna listen to this style of music that they were making back then, there's always Silverstein, which I felt like was just a better band at that time. Maybe I should give them another try, because I gotta admit, it's been a while since I've really listened to them, and I feel like my musical preferences are changing just like everybody else's. It's always changing. So I think maybe, just maybe, I should give them another chance and listen to them, at least some of their old stuff, and see if maybe I dig it now. I don't know. Capsize is releasing a new single titled Fading Face. For those of you who don't know the relevance of this, they're basically making a return after two of their members were accused of sexual misconduct back in 2019. And I don't know if anything was ever proven. I'm not sure. I didn't really look that far into it. I just know that there's accusations against them. Again, don't know if they're guilty or innocent. I'm not sure. I'm not saying which way or other. I don't know. People get really sensitive about this stuff. So I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just saying that they're making a return. And I'm actually kind of excited about this. The two members that were accused of this, I don't believe that they're in the band anymore. I'm pretty sure that they're not. And I felt like Capsize was really, they were making a name for themselves. I mean, they're considered like melodic hardcore, but they seem a little bit more metalcore to my ears, and they sound really, really good. I mean, they sound like early 2000s metalcore, but just a little bit more fresh with just a different take on it. They don't sound like they're trying to be that kind of metalcore. They just sound like they've progressed from it in a way. And I just want to hear more music from them. I was really sad And I was afraid that they weren't going to be banned anymore. When these accusations came out, they ended up dropping out of different tours and stuff, and it wasn't looking too good for the band. And I really hope that people are able to look past that, and I hope that these guys are able to move past from that, seeing that they've made the right decisions in doing so by getting rid of these members who have done or possibly have done bad things. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. I hope you guys are willing to give them another chance, because they were killing it. They were killing it before all this. And that is it for New Music Friday. Like I said before, there's a lot of stuff, some things I probably missed. So leave a comment below if I overlooked anything that you're looking forward to. That way I could check it out and we could all discover new great music. And while you're down there, don't forget to let me know what you want me to review next. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. If you want to help support me and my channel, don't want to miss out on any of my future stuff, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon. Getting closer to that 1,000 subscriber mark, where I'm going to make a video going in depth on how I do my music reviews. And yeah, you don't want to miss out on that for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I just appreciate you guys sticking around, watching my videos, taking time out of your day to just listen to me talk about music. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, whenever you happen to be watching this. And I will talk to you guys next time. I was